All right, Amber, welcome back. Last season, how you feeling about coming back for one last ride, and what brought you back?
Honestly, the girls, I'm really excited to be around with these girls and be on this team again. Academically, they had the master's program I wanted, so I was like, it just was a fit. I love the team. The coaches have been super helpful every year I've been here, so I couldn't imagine a better way to finish out my career in volleyball.
How meaningful is it to come back for your last season with McKenna? Because McKenna, of course, also has a degree program that kept her, that allowed her to be here for a fifth year. So how important is it? You set her up. How important is it for you to have this last ride with her?
I'm honestly really excited. I've known McKenna since before I even got here because we obviously were commits. We were pretty young when we committed here, and like just the amount of growth I feel like we've had together and like just individually, like it's super exciting to see her and where she's excelled these past years. And I'm looking forward to not only playing with her but like everyone else on this team because I genuinely like everyone on this team, and like I'm so excited to have this opportunity to compete with them this one last year.
You have been working with some new and younger setters this season, and with the Big 12 move coming up, of course, while you will not be competing in conference with them, they will. So, considering that's coming up, what have you been working with them on, and what do you want them to be able to have down and ready so that way that this team can succeed in the Big 12?
Honestly, this summer I feel like has just been like about having fun with volleyball again, getting to know people and like their tendencies. With season coming up, I'm definitely looking forward to taking them under my wing because I really enjoy coaching and trying to help those younger players get better and reach their full potential. They're already really good and they're super competitive, which I love in their nature, and that's amazing. And I can't wait to help them like fine tune just these little tweaks because they're already very excellent players.
You were the winner of the fan vote in our little Banny Award for Breakout Athlete of the Year, mostly because of just the breakout that you had last year in terms of assists. You're now number 4 all time on the all-time assist list.
Cool.
So, and of course, eclipsing your sister Erin, who played years. So how did it feel to be able to surpass your sister on that all-time assist chart? And did you get? I know she works with the program, so was there like a little bit of I guess a jogging? It was like I'm almost there.
Honestly, I didn't even know I did that, so that's cool. It's honestly because of the passers that I'm getting. I'm able to give these hitters the opportunity to put themselves in scoring positions. But at the end of the day, like it's the hitters that are making the decision last minute. Like if I put them in a crappy situation, they still have my back and try and make my set better. So without them, I wouldn't even have close to the amount of assists that I have. So I shout out to my team.
Who would you say is in store for a big year? Because I know people are going to obviously talk about you and McKenna and Claudia, the big names that we know from the previous season. So who do you think that maybe people aren't exactly talking about that you think is in store for a big season?
I mean, we have a fight in the middle position between Claudia, Abby, and Amari, and I think all three of them have the opportunity to have a really big year this year. As well as in the right side position between Kari and Kenzie, and then whoever else, like if an outside decides to flip to the right side, like I think it could be anyone, and anyone has the opportunity to have a real breakout season. Is like even our like liberos, like honestly, like this season is right for the picking, and whoever wants to show up every day, day in and day out, and practice hard, they're gonna have an excellent season. So I think anyone has the opportunity to be like that breakout athlete for this upcoming season.
You and McKenna have a unique opportunity in front of you to potentially become 5-time conference champions. How exciting is that opportunity for you guys, and how hungry are you guys to be able to go as far as you can in your last season, especially with getting past the first week in the NCAA tournament has eluded you guys so far?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I mean, I only thought I was ever going to have 4 years of college volleyball, and the fact that I have a 5th year and the opportunity to get that 5th ring, like I think it's a really cool experience, and I'm happy that I'm doing it with these girls, and I've been doing it with this team for so long. Moving on to like the NCAA, like I'm very excited for this opportunities that this team has, and I think that we could have the shot to go far because we're going to do the right things in practice. We're going to push each other to the limits, and we're going to just really study our film and try and get better every day so we can go far in that NCAA, because each year we just learn something new, and I think we have continued to learn and grow from the opportunities that we've had these past NCAA runs.
I mentioned your sister earlier. How close are you two together? I mean, you both played for the same program. So what did her coming here convince you to come here? Like, can you kind of take me through that?
Yeah, so I committed here actually before she even transferred here. So she started out at Bradley with Jenny was going to be her head coach. Jenny came here. I committed to Jenny and Todd and the coaching staff here. And then she ended up following me. So like I hadn't gotten here yet, but she was like, no, I need to transfer. She came to UCF and then I came in a year later. So she definitely did not play any role in me coming here because I was already committed here before she even made it to UCF. But I'm so grateful for the experience that I had to work with her and play with her again, because we are a super close family, and like having my sister right there all the time, like it was always someone I could turn to and know that my secrets would be kept, and like if I was struggling with something, like I knew she could relate to me or just kind of help me through the hard times without being judged in any way.
What do you think this team needs to do before the season begins? Like before the season begins to be able to play to the best it can be?
I think that we have to show up every day and just be willing to work, put in the hard work, and compete with one another, because the only way we're going to get better is if we compete in practice and try and push each other to our limits.
Same question, but this time by the end of the season, because obviously a lot of people will hone in on the fact, like, all right, can you get past the second round? And so what do you think this team needs to do in order to get to that point, or just where you guys want to be at the end of the season more generally?
Yeah, I think that we need to just keep pushing each other in practices. Like every game leads to the next game, and like obviously the preseason leads to conference, and conference then will lead to the NCAA tournament. And if we don't treat every game like it's going to be our last game, then we're not going to be prepared when it actually is our last game or coming down to the wire. And that's the only way that we can prepare ourselves, is if we play like every moment's our last moment of volleyball.
Awesome, thank you, Amber.
Sweet.